Hello, I'm Kevin Honeycutt, and welcome to this episode of Raising Digital Kids. Today I want to go in deep and talk about the digital footprint and what that means. There are a lot of people that liken the way people from my generation use the web as visitors, right? And the way our kids use the web as residents. So we go in, we take things, like we're going to Dillon's. We take some stuff off the shelf, but we don't leave anything of ourselves there. Kids move in. They move all the way in, and they leave footprints and fingerprints everywhere they go. Now think about how the world changed. Did you make any mistakes when you were in puberty? You don't have to raise your hand. Okay, can I Google them? That's the difference. That's the difference, right? If I can Google them, and I ask kids this all over the country, I ask this question. It's probably 100,000 kids I asked this question last year, right? I say, do any of you have anything online right now you'd be embarrassed if your mom saw? And I always get this. I take it through three filters. Then I say your grandma, your pastor. Then I say, guys and girls, if it's online, it's never offline again. And whole auditoriums get hushed. What's become extremely clear to me is that they don't really understand. And I am not indicting them for not understanding. We don't understand. How many of you know someone our age that still forwards inappropriate emails from a professional email account? And see, so we still make mistakes, and our kids certainly are going to make mistakes sometimes. So what I want to talk about is helping kids watch their digital footprint, maybe even cultivate a digital footprint that gets them the scholarship, right? So how do we do that? Well, those conversations are going to start happening when they go to college. Their coach is going to pull them aside and say, hey kids, you represent our program now. You're going to watch what you say on Twitter. Here are our guidelines. I think kids should have their own guidelines before they ever get there, because they're already building an online resume and building an online footprint. One of the ways that I like to have kids do that is to have them to set up an account on Google Alerts and put an alert out on their name, their account names, their screen names, their emails, and see what's being said about them by themselves and by their friends, and just kind of watch their own back. This is not a perfect tool, but it's an interesting tool to keep kids thinking about, what is my online reputation? What is my digital footprint? Will it get me this scholarship, or will it lose me this scholarship? This is not all bad news. If your daughter applies for a job at my company when she's 25, and I Google and find out when she was 12, she was raising money for hurricane relief, as a 12-year-old, I want her to work for me. See, our kids could be building amazing digital footprints that help them in the future, not just hurt them. Sometimes our focus is one-sided. Hey, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next time on Raising Digital Kids.